Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sahagana Raghunathanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijana Sahidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangam Langayadigirim Yitkrapatamaha Mande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishram. Okay, so we are studying chapter number 2 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Last class we did up to verse number 55.
Yes, Prabhu. 55 is completed, Prabhu.
Thank you. So let's do the 56. So we are discussing about Siddha Prajna. I hope some of you remembers the qualities of a devotee, we can say, or qualities of Siddha Prajna. That is the terminology being used. And we have seen Krishna, Arjuna was asking the questions about Siddha Prajna, correct? And he was asking like, what are the symptoms of Siddha Prajna and how does he speak? Means, okay, by the way, anybody remembers what we discussed from the last class?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Sita Prajna means it is a quality of a liberated soul.
Yeah.
Happy in all moments and satisfied in self as well as no material desires.
Okay. So you remember the questions, Prabhu? What are the questions by Arjuna? 4 questions he is asking, correct? In the 54th
Yes,
verse.
Prabhuji. He is asking how I need to behave and how I need to speak.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. So I will just summarize one more time, because the terminology is used in Sanskrit is giving, is saying the direct meaning, the sense, general meaning, but there is a significant meaning for that. So ka bhasha means what are the general symptoms of Siddha Prajna. Second, kim prabhasheta, how does he speak? That is the direct meaning. But actual meaning is that on receiving the praise or blame or affection or hate, what he will say or speak externally or internally. That's the meaning of kim prabhasheta. Kim asita means, okay, I will just share I did not share the screen, I believe. Yeah, one second. We are talking about verse number 54, yeah. Kabasha, then Kim Prabhasheta, second one. This is the how does he speak. How does he speak means, on receiving praise or blame or affection or hate, how he will or what he will say or externally, internally, right? Next is Kim Asita, means how does he sit. So what is the actual meaning of that? How does he restrain his senses from the sense objects? That's the meaning of Kim Asita, right? Where is Kim Asita? Kim Asita, yeah. And Kim Brajeta means how does he walk? So that means how does he Siddha Prajna respond to the sense objects? How does he respond to the sense object is kim vrajeta, right? So this kim is common for asita and vrajeta. Here, no, here there is one more kim, see? Vrajeta kim, kim asita. Kim means what or how. There's two, contextually, either what or how the meaning will be, okay? So that was the question. And Krishna in the 55th verse, verse number 55, he spoke about the he spoke the answer for the first question, which is what are the general symptoms of Chitta Prajna, and what was that, like as Prabhu mentioned, who is giving up the all kinds of material desires and is satisfied in the self. As a servant of Krishna, he is happy. Atmani evatmana tushtaha. That is the word. That is the phrase, right? So he is satisfied in the self. And Chitta Prajna tadochade. That is, these are the symptoms of Chitta Prajna. So he is satisfied in the self, and understanding that he is the servant of Krishna, and also he is free from all material desires. So now let's go to the verse number 56 and 57. So these are the 56 and 57 is the answer to the second question. How is he speak? How does he speak? Or how does he externally or internally say when there is a praise or blame or hate or love, right? This was the question, and the answer is Krishna is going to speak now in the 56 and 57. Dukkeshu anudvigna manaha sukheshu vikata spruha. Dukkeshu anudvigna mana sukheshu vikata spruha vitaraga bhaya krodaha sthidadir muniruchyate. Please recite. Anyone?
Hare Krishna. Rishikeshava anudavigna manaha sukeshu vikataspраha vitaraga bhagya krodha sthitadhir munir yacha.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah. So this is Dukkeshu anudvigna manaha. See, if there is a line on the top, that is dirgha is there. So it's not mana, it's manah. Okay. And h dot means we that's a the pronunciation is ha. Then s, there is a dot under s which is shu. Dukkeshu. Vigada, this is praha. Then this is vita, there is a line on the top. So vita raga bhaya krodaha siddhadir munir uchyate. Okay. So now he is giving the answer. Translation. Please read the translation, somebody, please. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. One who is not disturbed in mind, even amidst the threefold miseries, or elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called the stage of steady mind. Hare Krishna.
So now Krishna is saying that the answer to the second question. So what was the question already we discussed? How does he speak when there are dualities? Dualities means happiness, distress, heat, cold. So these are two opposites are called dualities, right? So how he respond to the dualities in his speech? Okay, this was the question. Now Krishna is answering that. Dukkeshu anudvigna mana. He is undisturbed in the mind amidst of any miseries. Dukkeshu means miseries. So three types of miseries are being mentioned in the Shastras. Adi Daiviga Klesha, Adi Bhaudika Klesha, Adi Atmika Klesha. So what are these? Adi Bhaudika Klesha means miseries caused by the other living entities. It could be a person, it could be an animal, it could be anybody. And the second person who is giving some miseries to us. It can be through bodily miseries, or it could be, for example, somebody is beating us, somebody is hurting us through with some weapon or whatever, or maybe somebody is speaking harshly. That is also Adi Bhaudika Klesh, right? Next is Adhyatmika Klesha. Adhyatmika means the kleshas or miseries caused by our own body and mind. So, for example, any disease, what we face, what we have, that's a misery caused by our body, and some pain in our body, it's a misery through our body, and any tension or stress in our mind, that is also Adhyatmika Klesha. So, this is our Adhyatmika. Now, third is Adi Bhaudika Klesha. Adi Bhaudika means miseries caused by natural disturbances, natural calamities and all. And for example, earthquake, drought, or maybe flood, and like COVID, like now what we are facing in the UAE, it is not in our hand, it's happening. The different countries, problems in different countries and all these are not in our control. Basically, there will be some reasons, but it's not in our control. But these are not Adi Devika, because Adi Devika generally the miseries which is not at all in our control, like natural calamities and all, because that is being controlled, natural things are controlled by the Devatas. So, for example, flood, so continuous rain is not in our control, we cannot do anything, right? And also earthquake is also not in our control, completely not in our control. It's not created by any man or person, right? Or any country or any people. So, in fact, COVID and the problem what we are facing cannot be considered Adi Bhaudika. It is, Adi Devika. It is basically Adi Bhaudika. The fight between two countries are basically Adi Bhaudika Klesh. And COVID also, it's like if we consider to be a living entity, a virus or a bacteria, it is like like a different disease. I mean, if you are getting disease through, for example, if a mosquito is biting us, or any animal is biting us, whatever. So it is similar to that only. So it is basically Adi Bhaudika. So Adi Devika, actual meaning is that it's something natural calamities, basically. That is the thing. Okay. So these are the threefold miseries, or we call in the Shastras as Trivida Klesha. Three means three, in Sanskrit also it is three. Trividha means three types of klesha, miseries. So, dukkeshu anudvigna mana means this person, Sthita Prajna, is completely undisturbed in the mind, amidst of, even if he is going through all these three kinds of miseries, he will be steady. That's the point. Okay. Second, dukkeshu vigata spraha, and he is not elated when there is happiness. Means he is not getting overjoyed, he is not becoming overjoyed when there is any happiness. Dukkeshu vigadaspra means he is neutral. So when there are problems, he is neutral. When there is happiness, he is neutral. That's what. Vida raga bhaya krodha, and he is free from raga means attachment. Then bhaya means fear, krodha means anger. So vida means free. So he is free from attachment to material things, he is free from fear, he is fearless, and he is not having any anger mood, angry. He is not angry, or that anger, anartha is not in him. And these are the symptoms. And Sthidadir Munir Uchade, such a person is called a sage of steady mind. So what are the qualities he mentioned? Dualities, in the midst of any dualities, miseries, he is undisturbed. First point. Then Sugeshu Vigadaspраha, he is not taking over, he is becoming overjoy, not becoming overjoy in if there is any happiness. And similarly, he is free from attachment, material attachment, he is free from fear, bhaya, and anger, krodha. So these are the symptoms of, this is how he respond to the, or he speak, or he respond to the dualities, right? Yeah. Now let's go to the purport. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The word Muni means one who can agitate his mind in various ways for mental speculation without coming to a factual conclusion. It is said that every Muni has a different angle of vision. Unless a Muni differs from one Muni, other Munis, he cannot be called as a Muni in the strict in the strict sense of term. So basically the term Muni as per Sanskrit, the meaning is that one who is using his mental ability or his thought process to speculate something, to interpret something. But this interpretation not necessary it will be correct. It's not necessary that it is in line with the Shastras. There could be some wrong interpretation also. So Muni doesn't mean that he is a devotee. Not necessary. It could be or it could not be. Muni means a person who is like doing some austerities, doing some tapasya, and who is trying to control his mind by in different ways, basically. That is what is Muni's role. So he can be a devotee, maybe he can be a he can be like a Ashtanga yogi, or he can be like a different Munis are there. So not necessary that they are all pure devotees, by the way. That's the point. So Prabhupada mentioned that the Munis, they have different angle of vision. Means they have different mindset, and so they interpret things of Shastras in different ways, or they speculate maybe something also. So Nashav Rishir Yasya Matam Na Bhinnam, Mahabharat, Vanaparva 3.1.3.1.1.7. But Sthidadir Muni is none other than Sthita Prajna. Sthidadir Muni, as mentioned by the Lord, is different from ordinary Muni. That's the difference. Here Krishna says Sthidadir Muni Ruchade. Correct? Here Muni is not an ordinary Muni. Prabhupada, that is why he mentioned what is the general meaning of Muni. But here Sthidadir Muni is Sthita Prajna only, a devotee only. So contextually it might differ. Yeah. So Sthidadir Muni, as mentioned by Lord, is different from ordinary Muni. Sthidadir Muni is always in Krishna consciousness. This is the point. He is always in Krishna consciousness because he is a devotee. For he has exhausted all his business of creative speculation. He is not speculating anything, he is just accepting what is mentioned in the Shastras as per the explanation of the Acharyas. Yeah. He is called Prashanda Nishesha Manorado Ratantara. Beautiful. Stotra Ratna, or one who has surpassed the stage of mental speculation and has come to the conclusion that Lord Krishna or Vasudeva is everything. Vasudevam Sarvamidhi Samahatma Sudurlabha. He is called a Muni fixed in mind. Such a fully Krishna conscious person is not at all disturbed by the onslaughts of threefold miseries, for he accepts all miseries as the mercy of Lord, thinking himself only worthy of more trouble due to his past deeds, and see that his miseries by the grace of the Lord are minimized to the lowest. Beautiful point. Prabhupada mentions here Prashanda Nishesha Manoratantara, that one who has surpassed the mental speculation. Basically these are the Munis, not ordinary Munis, those Munis who are devotee Munis, by the way. And Prabhupada mentions Vasudevam Sarvamidhi Samahatma Sudurlabha. This from Bhagavad Gita, different verse. So after going through different processes, finally we come to a conclusion that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So that understanding is the highest understanding, by the way. So, and Vasudevam Sarvamidhi Samahatma, such Mahatmas are Sudurlabha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in another verse, this is from Bhagavad Gita only, such Mahatmas, or Mahatma means such great devotees who understand, who completely have faith that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, they are Sudurlabha, means they are very, very rare. They are very, very rare, not easy to find such people. Just imagine, now we are 10 participants in this class. This has been circulated to more than, now I could say, 50 devotees, or maybe 60 devotees, or however it is, how much ever it is. Now maybe different devotees have different commitments or whatever. Now we are having 10. So this is the condition of those who are practicing devotees. We are all practicing or trying to practice or practicing devotees. So our condition is also like this. We are also not consistent. So what will be the situation of the people outside? They are not at all accepting Krishna as the Supreme Lord, right? So their condition is very bad. In the sense, that is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Sudurlabha, it's very, very rare to see devotees. It's not easy as it's not at all, because 7.58 billion population is there in the world. How many people are practicing, bhakti? Very, very few, negligible. If you take the 100%, not even 1%. So that is why he is saying Sudurlabha. Yeah. And such person, or those like Sthitadhir Muni or Sthita Prajna, or a devotee who is fully Krishna conscious, he is not at all disturbed by any kind of threefold miseries. Oh, he will not be affected by any miseries. He is always steady. He is always steady in his mind. And not only that, he accepts the miseries as the mercy of the Lord. This is very important. So devotees, pure devotees, they are accepting problems as mercy of Krishna, problems as blessings of Krishna. Can we accept like that? Are we in that situation to think that if we are getting some miseries, the three kinds of miseries we already mentioned, any of these miseries, are we thinking that it is the mercy of Krishna? But the pure devotees always think like that. What he thinks is that it's the mercy of Krishna, and Krishna is so merciful that I actually deserve more problems. But Krishna is so merciful that he has reduced these problems to a level so that I can tolerate it, or I can manage it. So this is the nature of a devotee. A pure devotee will think like that. That it's a blessing from Krishna, and actually I deserve more problems in my life, but because of the mercy of Krishna, now the problems Krishna has reduced for me so that I will be able to manage or tolerate it to my level. So that is the nature of a pure devotee. He thinks like that, he or she. Yeah. Similarly, there is a verse from, this is from the verse from Bhagavatam basically. Tattenu kampam susamikshamano bhunjana evatmakritam vibhagam. So similarly, Prabhupada mentioned, when he is happy, who the Sthitadhir Muni or Siddha Prajna or a pure devotee, when he is happy, he gives credit to the Lord. Thinking himself unworthy of happiness, he realizes that it is due to Lord's grace that he is in such a comfortable condition and able to render service to the Lord. See, this is again the nature of a devotee. So not only problems he is tolerating, he is considering to be a blessing or mercy. If he is getting some material happiness or any happiness, whatever happiness, material or spiritual happiness he is getting to the if he is getting, or some happiness or some credits or some appreciations from claps, somebody is appreciating or congratulating or whatever, he is getting credits, for example, or appreciation from someone, or if he is becoming happy because of something in his life, he will not take that happiness as his own credit. He will delegate that. He will redirect that credit to the Lord and to his Guru. This is the mood of a devotee. This should be the mood of a devotee. We should not take credits for ourselves. It should be redirected to our spiritual master and also to Krishna. Because, dear devotees, it is only because of their mercy we are getting something like that. Please don't think that we are the doer of the things. We are only an instrument basically. We are having some role to play as an instrument, but we are not actually, because of the mercy of Krishna and Guru, things are happening. So we should redirect that mercy, that credit to our spiritual master and Krishna. That is the nature of a pure devotee. So Prabhupada mentions that happiness, he will give credit to the Lord and thinking himself unworthy of the happiness. Oh, I don't deserve this happiness. Yeah. So it's Krishna's mercy that I am able to practice Krishna consciousness, or I am able to do a service in a better way. It's because of Krishna's mercy. So that is the nature of a devotee. And for the service of the Lord, he is always daring and active and is not influenced by the attachment of aversion. So he is ready to do any service to the Lord, not saying that this service I cannot do, so I have some attachment to this service, I have attachment to that service, I don't have attachment to this service, so I will not do that. So he is not like that. He is ready to do anything for Krishna. So attachment means, Prabhupada mentions, accepting things for own sense gratification, and detachment is the absence of such sensual attachment. So attachment means basically this is material attachment. For one's own sense gratification means for just to gratify our senses, all our senses, then that is a kind of attachment. And detachment means we are not concerned about any sensual or any sense gratification. We are doing our duty as a service to Krishna. That's in that mood. So Prabhupada mentions one fixed in Krishna consciousness has neither attachment nor detachment, because his life is dedicated to the service of the Lord, right? So neither attachment nor detachment. He is like neutral. He is not saying that I will not do this work, I cannot do this service, I am not interested. And he will not also say this is also, I am not getting, I will do only this service. No, he is right, neither attachment nor detachment. His life is completely dedicated to the service of the Lord. And whatever service he or she is doing, he or she will try to do their best of their ability. Whether we will be successful in the endeavor or whether we will be failing in the endeavor doesn't matter, dear devotees. What matter is in what attitude we are doing that. Krishna is only seeing our endeavor and our attitude, our mindset, in what bhava, in what attitude we are doing. Doesn't matter if there is no result. Krishna is not a result-oriented person. Krishna is a process-oriented person. I will repeat one more time. Krishna is not a result-oriented person. Krishna is not looking for the results, but he is looking for the process or the intention behind our service. In what mood we are doing, right? In what attitude we are doing. That is what he is looking. And we will get marks for that. We are not getting marks for the results, dear devotees. We should always remember. For example, if not me or anybody, if we are having a lot of followers, maybe let us take the example of spirituality only. We are not talking about any movie stars followers. They are blind followers they are following based on the body. Today they are looking good, they are handsome or beautiful, whatever. And there are followers. When they are dying, nobody is caring. Or when they become old, nobody will care. Right? Nobody will care. So that's completely attachment or attraction towards the body only. Completely, we are not talking about that. So even our thing, if you take the examples of devotees, if some devotees are getting some appreciations in on their skills, for example, if somebody sings nicely kirtan, or somebody takes class nicely, or somebody is a good counselor who is having a lot of devotees who are under that person, like guiding them, helping them in spirituality. So naturally there is a chance of getting pride. There is a chance, because when we start thinking that we are the doer, then naturally the pride will come. Then we may have a lot of followers, we may have a lot of people who appreciates, claps for us, but Krishna will not clap if we are proud. So the point is that the result we will be having a lot of people who are following. So result wise, if we see our preaching, our classes, or our singing, we may think that okay, more people are listening to me, more people are under me, that means that is a success. Naturally people will think that, right? But that is not the success, dear devotees. That's not the success. If 100 people, 1000 people are following us, or 10,000 or million people, doesn't matter. If we are proud, if we are thinking that it is me doing, which is because of me, or it is my skill, if we start thinking in that way, if I am the doer of it, if I am thinking like that, then whatever we are doing is useless, actually, because the intention behind our activity is not pure. The process, that's as I mentioned, result is not important. Number of claps, number of followers are not important. How he is doing. So he might be getting an image, good image in front of others, but he will not be able to make Krishna happy. So I will repeat once again, Krishna is not result oriented, he is process oriented, or he is only seeing our attitude behind our activities, our intention, our mood. That's all. So we don't have, so that is why we don't have to worry about the result, dear devotees. If I'm singing, or if I'm taking class, if one person come, 10 people come, 1,000 people come, should not be a matter for the person. If a person who is speaking pure Bhagavatam as per the Shastras, in line with the Shastras, as per our Acharyas, as following the footsteps of Guru, without speculating anything, just taking what have been heard and just giving it, he or she should be happy with 5 people, 1 person, 2 person, 10 people, 1,000 person, whoever, how many people, that doesn't matter. Should not matter for that. If it is getting, we are thinking that we had 100, now we don't know, now 5 only, 10 only, 100, 10,000. If we are counting the numbers, then that means our attitude is not proper. I am just giving one example of it, by the way. We can take this as in any of our services in our life. Yeah. So the attitude matters. Right? Otherwise, we will not be able to please Krishna. We will be pleasing many people around the world. But that is all sense gratification. That is a different level of sense gratification, by the way. Our false ego is increasing, thinking that I am the doer. Ishamani syndrome. Yesterday there was a class, home program in one of the home. Ishamani syndrome, like Indra had that. Ishamani syndrome is nothing but, Isha means controller, controllership, proprietorship. Mani means one who thinks that I am the controller, or one who thinks that I am the proprietor. That is called Ishamani. There's a term used in the 10th canto in the Govardhan Leela. When Bhagavatam Shukadeva Goswami explains that Govardhan Leela about Indra, then he is saying Ishamani. That word is used. So Ishamani syndrome is which we added to make us understand that it's a disease. False ego is a disease, thinking that I am the doer. Yeah. So Prabhupada mentions here, a Krishna conscious person has neither attachment nor detachment because he is dedicated to his service. Consequently, he is not at all angry. See, when his attempts are unsuccessful, success or no success, a Krishna conscious person is always steady in his determination. See, they are only focusing on the process. Whatever is pleasing to Krishna, they are ready to do. If the result is they are getting, that's good, as mercy of Krishna. If the result is not getting, yes, that is also good. Maybe that is also mercy of Krishna. And maybe Krishna is, Krishna wants me to, the devotee will also think like that. The Krishna wants me to do this in a more better way. I should plan it better in a better way. I can improve my services. So a failure should prompt us, should encourage us to do the service in a better way. That's how we should take up the failures in our life. The failures can come. We may be putting all our efforts as we think. We may be putting our efforts, then we say, I tried my best, but result is not coming. I failed. There could be many reasons, by the way. Maybe that is not in our quota to get whatever. Even if you are putting 100 efforts, maybe if it is not in our quota, then we may not get it. So we can understand in that way. Secondly, Krishna will sometimes, if Krishna will fail us to test our tolerance, to test our dedication, to test our determination. Or like, for example, if the same person, if we are failing for 2 times, 3 times, anything, any service or whatever, oh, are we trying again with more focus, with more enthusiasm, or with more preparation? Are we trying to improve our services? Krishna will test. Then we will get marks if we are trying more and more and attempting more and more in a better way, planning in a better way, executing in a better way, and seeing our determination, he will give us marks. But if we are like one time we are failing, oh, now I cannot do this, I failed. If we are losing our mind, if we are losing our focus, if I am saying that, if we are saying like that, then gone. We are failing. We are actually we failed actually. That is our actual failure. So it should not be like that. We should rise and try our best. Then after many attempts it's not happening, yes, then forget about it. No worries. That's Krishna's plan. It's not in my quota. We can conclude with that. But without making multiple attempts, how can we say that I'm failure? So that is, these things are, even we will take I'm not only talking about spiritual activities, even material activities also, what we do in our life, we should think in this way. Anything we do, we should have such kind of attitude towards the activity, towards the process. That is important. If a student is not getting proper good marks in the schools or college, if he is saying that I will not study anymore, that is not right. That's not the right approach. Okay, you failed or you got less marks because of some reason, because you did not prepare. So try your best in the next chance. Try your best. We should not get discouraged. No, we should have some determination. Yes, I want to do this better in a better way. So in any phase of life, material activities, spiritual activities, dear devotees, we should have proper patience and we should have maturity in dealing the situation. This is what we have to develop. And if we, as a devotee, as a practicing devotee, if we are not developing all these things, then we are not making any spiritual progress. If our attitude is not changing in the situation, circumstances, provoking situations, then what spiritual advancement we are making? So spiritual advancement is not how many rounds we chant. Spiritual advancement is not how many classes we hear a day. Spiritual advancement is not how much I read and I know the slokas of Shastras. Okay, that also is important, very important, but the actual litmus test is how are we responding to the situation? How are we dealing with the devotees? Our behavior, our character, this is the success. That determines the success or a progress of a devotee. Doesn't matter 64 rounds we chant. If we don't have Vaishnava behavior, if we don't have character, if we are hurting devotees through our speech and deeds, even if we chant 300,000 names like Srila Haridas Thakur, 182 rounds, fail. No credits for us. Instead, if you are only chanting 16 rounds, if you are developing a proper attitude, if you are developing proper etiquette towards the devotees and others, even not only devotees, dealing with anybody, are we agitating them? Are we, provoking them? How we deal with them? Behavior, attitude, this matters. If there is some improvement, that means it is only because of that spiritual practices. If no, means we are doing many things, but so Vaishnava etiquettes, Vaishnava etiquettes, Vaishnava behavior is the ornament of a devotee. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, is an ornament of a devotee. This is the actual ornament of a devotee. Not that how much sadhana he is doing. So very important, dear devotees, we have to develop such qualities. How we can develop is a question. By sincere practice of sadhana and prayers. Understanding that with my capacity I cannot do. Krishna has to bestow these qualities. He has to give these qualities. He should bestow these qualities. Not that we can purchase from any supermarket, Lulu or Carrefour. No. We cannot purchase from anywhere. Even we cannot take it from Shastras just like that. And we will not just get this by our sadhana also. If our attitude of sadhana is good, if we are prayerful, if we are sincere, if we are obedient to our superiors, and all this matters, then the mercy will come. Our heart will change. Otherwise, we are like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Now I am chanting 16 rounds, 30 rounds for 20 years, 30 years. No change in the response of the situation, in response to the situations. Then what is our progress in bhakti? It's a very big question mark. Hare Krishna. I'm sorry, maybe it was, if it is not palatable, kindly forgive me. These are the facts. These are the facts. What I have heard from my superiors, what they wanted to, they are telling. These are what I heard is all from my superiors. What they tells me or what they do, they practice in their life. I'm failing. Definitely, I'm not following any of these things, but I'm saying, but I'm just sharing what is being heard. So some of us, will get inspiration and try to follow in the life. So at least when I speak, I remember all this. That is what I'm thinking when I'm sharing this. Again, it's all Krishna is, doing through us. So let's continue. Maybe 57. Ya sarvatra na bishnehas tattat prapya shubha shubham nabi nandati na dveshti tasya prajna pratishtita. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Ya sarvatra navishnehah tattat prapya shubham navinandati nadveshti tasya prajna pratishtita. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Translation, please.
Hare Krishna. In the material world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it nor displacing it, it is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So here now Krishna is further speaking about Siddha Prajna, response to dualities. No, this is the theme, right? Answer to the question number 2. So 57th verse is also the same an answer to the question number 2. So here he is saying, Ya sarvatra abhinesh snehas. I think he is affected, he is unaffected. Siddhadir Muni, Siddha Prajna is unaffected everywhere in this world, tat prapya shubha shubham, by whatever good or evil he is getting, he may obtain. Nabi nandati nadveshti, neither praising or despising it. So whatever good or evil he is getting, he is obtaining or is getting, neither praising or not despising it, he is unaffected. This is the point. So any praise, any good or evil or whatever, he is unaffected. Such a person is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. Tasya prajna pradishtita. Such a person is fixed in his knowledge. Perfect knowledge is what Krishna is saying. Similar to the previous verse, basically. So he is in the neither praise or neither praising it or not despising it or whatever good or evil, he is steady. He is unaffected. Yeah. Prabhupada mentions in the purport, there is always upheaval in the material world which may be good or evil. One who is not agitated by such material upheavals, who is unaffected by good and evil, is to be understood to be fixed in Krishna consciousness. As long as one is in the material world, there is always the possibility of good and evil, because this world is full of duality. But one who is fixed in Krishna consciousness is not affected by good and evil, because he is simply concerned with Krishna, who is all absolute, good absolute. Such consciousness in Krishna situates one in a perfect transcendental position called technically samadhi. So Krishna Prabhupada is mentioning that one who is not agitated by this, because these upheavals will happen in our life. Things will, maybe topsy-turvy, it will completely upside down, things will come in our life. Maybe good things will come, evil things will come. But one who is not agitated, see, this is what we already before we were talking in the before. Provoking situations will come, good situation will come, but he is steady, fixed in Krishna consciousness, thinking that everything is happening as per Krishna's plan, and I am happy with whatever is happening. No hatred, no affection also. I mean, not getting, no attachment, no hatred. Neutral in all situations. As long as, that's what, one who is fixed in Krishna consciousness is not affected by good and evil. He is simply concerned about Krishna. That's the thing. He is only concerned about the pleasure of Krishna. That's all. Such consciousness is perfect transcendental consciousness and technically called samadhi. Yeah. So that's the answer to the question number 2. How is Siddha Prajna respond or speak to the dualities? That was the question. Okay. I think I will stop here. If you have any questions or something to discuss, please let us open the floor now before we conclude. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Hare Krishna. Anybody has anything to say or any questions or anything to share? Any reflections? Any take homes? Please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, the kleshas which is caused, you remember there was a flood in UAE last year because of the cloud seeding and heavy rains.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we classify those actions? Because it looks like a natural calamity, but it was actually induced by the people
Yeah, if it is
through.
induced by people, because nature we cannot completely change the functions or the processes in the nature, but some manipulation we can make. So the manipulation is basically, as you mentioned, if it is a man-made, then then it's not something caused by Indra or Devatas. So we can classify it as in the second category, Adi Bhaudika, because of the people who are behind that, not Devatas. Devatas, if they are not involved, then we can say like that.
Okay.
And also, like for example, I don't know whether I should, one second.